There's nothing quite like the feeling of redlining an engine, taking a corner at the perfect angle, and crossing the finish line by a fraction of a second. Racing games have always promised that rush, but on PC, that promise hits completely different. Higher frame rates, wheel and pedal support, mods that completely transform the experience. PC racing isn't just about playing the game, it's about feeling every single detail of it. And in 2026, the genre has never been stronger. From bone-crushing simulation racers that punish every mistake, to pure arcade chaos that's all about fun over realism, there's never been a better time to be a racing fan on PC. Today, we've lined up the best of the best. These are the PC racing games you absolutely need to play in 2026, whether you're chasing realism or just chasing speed. Start your engines, let's get into it.
Forza Motorsport October 2023, and by 2026, nearly 3 years later, remains racing simulation, Turn 10's latest generation adventure. Over 500 cars collection offered, real-world tracks celebrating authenticity, damage system affecting performance critically. By 2026, DLC expanding content continuously, tuning enabling deep customization expression, multiplayer community engaged actively competing. By 2026, proving franchise excellence continued. This is racing excellence. Track authenticity celebrated throughout. Community engaged actively racing. Turn 10 perfection sustained.
Dirt Rally 2.0 released February 2019, and by 2026, 7 years later, remains rally simulation excellence. Codemasters' authentic rally masterpiece. Real-world rally locations, authentic settings. Four-wheel drive celebration, mechanical excellence. Damage system affecting performance critically. By 2026, community still competing actively. Multiplayer community thriving, engaged. VR support celebration technical achievement. Progressive damage system punishing mistakes. By 2026, racing simulation benchmark setting. This is rally perfection. Damage system affecting consequences. Community engaged actively racing. Codemasters excellence sustained. Forza Horizon 4, released October 2018, and by 2026, nearly 8 years later, remains arcade racing beloved. Playground games, British setting, iconic. Open world exploration, beloved globally, passionately. Seasonal progression affecting world dynamically, 460 plus cars collection. By 2026, community still actively playing. Crossplay-enabled friend cooperation. Customization unlimited creative expression. Graphics celebrating visual excellence showcasing. By 2026, still benchmark setting standard. This is arcade racing excellence. British setting iconic beloved. Community engaged actively still. Playground perfection legacy. Gran Turismo 7 released March 2022, and by 2026, nearly 4 years later, remains racing simulator excellence, Polyphony Digital's franchise masterpiece. 800 cars collection, phenomenal offering. Campaign substantial progression respecting drivers. By 2026, DLC expanding content continuously. Tuning enabling deep customization expression. VR support celebration technical achievement. PlayStation exclusive though available elsewhere. Multiplayer community thriving, active, engaged. By 2026, racing simulation benchmark setting. This is GT racing perfection. Tuning depth, championship caliber. Community massively engaged globally. Polyphony excellence sustained. Forza Horizon 6 releases 2025, and by 2026 brings Japan setting distinctively. Playground Games' new generation adventure. Japan culture celebrated authentically throughout. Open world exploration, massive scope expanded. Seasonal content continuous fresh regularly. By 2026, community excited, engaging enthusiastically. Crossplay enabled friend cooperation seamless. Customization enabling creativity unlimited expression. Graphics pushing technical boundaries further. By 2026, proving franchise excellence continued. This is arcade racing innovation. Japan celebration authentic throughout experience. Community engaged globally massively. Next generation excellence delivered.
Forza Horizon 5, released November 2021, and by 2026, nearly 5 years later, remains arcade racing masterpiece. Playground games Mexico setting, visually stunning. Open world exploration, 500 square miles. 460-plus cars collection, phenomenal. Seasonal events releasing weekly, continuously. By 2026, community still thriving, actively engaged. Crossplay enabled, friend cooperation freely. Customization enabling creativity, unlimited expression. Graphics celebrating technical excellence showcasing. By 2026, still relevant benchmark setting. This is arcade racing excellence. Mexico exploration celebrating culture. Community massively engaged globally. Playground perfection delivered annually.
Assetto Corsa Evo launched early access January 16, 2025, and by 2026, 4 months into development, proves racing simulation excellence. Kuno Simulazione's next-generation masterpiece. New engine built from ground up enabling precision. Ultra-realistic physics celebrating simulation accuracy. Ray-traced lighting, dynamic weather systems, phenomenal. By 2026, full release expected late 2025, now slipping into 2026. 5 laser scans tracks, including Brands Hatch, Suzuka, Imola. 20 cars at launch, expanding continuously. Driving Academy mode, refining skills authentically. Open world Nuremberg map, expanding gradually. By 2026, PC exclusive early access currently available. VR triple screen support enhanced significantly. Career progression reworked, enabling agency. This is racing simulation perfection. Next-gen evolution delivered. Wreckfest 2 released September 2024, and by 2026, 1 year later, brings Destruction Racing, Bugbear Entertainment's unique destruction focus, vehicle damage affecting gameplay realistically, soft body physics celebrating authenticity, destruction celebration race mechanic unique, by 2026, proving destruction excellence. This is Destruction Racing perfection, realistic damage throughout celebrated. Community engaged actively racing. Bugbear innovation delivered. Need for Speed Heat released November 2019, and by 2026, 6 years later, remains street racing beloved. Ghost Games Day-Night Racing Celebration. Day racing, legal sanctioned events. Night racing, illegal underground culture. Customization enabling creativity unlimited. By 2026, community still playing actively. Multiplayer community engaged competing. By 2026, proving Need for Speed excellence. This is street racing perfection. Day-night cycle celebrated authentically. Community engaged actively racing. Ghost excellence sustained. Need for Speed Unbound released December 2022, and by 2026, over 3 years later, remains street racing, Ghost Games' latest generation adventure. Street racing celebration underground culture. Customization enabling creativity, unlimited expression. By 2026, seasonal content continuous fresh. Multiplayer community engaged competing. Damage system affecting performance. By 2026, proving NFS excellence. This is street racing perfection. Underground culture celebrated authentically. Community engaged actively racing. Ghost excellence delivered. MotoGP 25 released November 2024, and by 2026, 1 year later, brings motorcycle excellence. Milestones MotoGP Championship focus. real-world racing celebrated authentically. AI difficulty scaling, respecting players. By 2026, seasonal content continuous fresh. Multiplayer community engaged, competing actively. Career progression substantial, respecting writers. By 2026, proving MotoGP excellence. This is motorcycle perfection. Championship authenticity throughout celebrated. Community engaged, actively racing. Milestone excellence delivered.
F1 25 released September 2024, and by 2026, 1 year later, remains racing simulation. Codemasters' latest generation masterpiece, real-world formula racing celebrated. AI difficulty scaling, respecting players. By 2026, season content continuous fresh. Multiplayer community engaged, competing actively. VR support, celebration, technical achievement. Career progression substantial, respecting drivers. By 2026, proving franchise excellence. This is F1 perfection. Formula racing authenticity throughout. Community engaged actively. Racing. Codemasters excellence delivered.
CarX Street released 2024, and by 2026, 2 years later, brings street racing authenticity. CarX Technologies Street Racing Focus. Real-world streets racing authentically. Customization enabling creativity unlimited. Underground racing culture celebrated. By 2026, community racing actively engaged. Tuning enabling deep customization expression. By 2026, proving indie excellence. This is street racing perfection. Underground ultra celebrated authentically. Community engaged actively racing. CarX excellence delivered.
The Crew Motor Fest released September 2023, and by 2026, nearly 3 years later, brings festival celebration. Ubisoft San Diego's open-world adventure. United States exploration massive scope. Multiple vehicle types enabling variety. By 2026, seasonal events continuous fresh. Cross-play-enabled friend cooperation seamless. Customization enabling creativity unlimited expression. Community engaged actively exploring. By 2026, proving arcane excellence. This is open world racing. Festival celebration throughout authentically. Community engaged actively exploring. Ubisoft excellence delivered. BeamNG.Drive offers unique realistic physics simulation. Soft body physics affecting behavior realistically. Suspension tuning enabling creativity unlimited. Vehicle damage displaying authentically visually. By 2026, early access still developing actively. Community, passionate simulation enthusiasts engaged. Customization enabling creativity unlimited expression. Modding community creating extensions. By 2026, proving indie excellence. This is physics perfection. Soft body innovation celebrating authenticity. Community engaged passionate racing. Unique excellence delivered.